everybody, and welcome to the first episode of the brand new SmackDown. We have an interesting match card set up tonight. See how it goes. And coming to you from Biloxi, Massachusetts. It's Edge. Sorry for a lack of excitement. I'm just confused. It's the Rated R Superstar Edge coming out. Looks like he's grabbing a microphone. You have to say, I'm not going to come out here and yammer for 20 minutes about the state of the WWE or management. I'm not going to complain about being overlooked and underappreciated. Now, what I'm going to say is real simple. Oh, interesting from Edge. That he's got something real simple to tell us. He is fucking pissed. What is it? You know, there's this chump who's been going around telling everyone that he's the best in the business, that he's even better than me. Oh my. It would almost be cute if it wasn't so damn annoying. Oh my god. Well, who is it? Who's the chump? Who is this chump? I'm bored listening to this guy's crap, and when I'm bored, I tend to get a little restless. Maybe smacking some sense of this idiot for a bit might keep me interested. What the hell? Hideo Itami? Get out here so I can amuse myself by putting you in your place. Jesus fucking Christ, he's pissed. What the fuck, Hideo Itami? Watch his music. What the hell did you do to Edge? What in the hell? Well, here comes Hideo Itami. Apparently he's a piece of crap. Thinks he's the best in the world. Very, interesting turn of events. Let's see what Hideo has to say for himself. Someone give this man a microphone. What does Hideo have to say? Let's see. No. This is not happening tonight. Everybody cover your ears. Don't listen to another word this man speaks. Nothing he says can be trusted. Wow. All he spouts are baseless lies, and if it's up to me, I'm not going to let anyone say another word, or let him say another word tonight. Sorry. Interesting claims that Edge is a lying sack of shit from Hideo Itami. What does Edge have to say? You have to excuse me. You must be confused. You must have confused me with someone who cares about you or anything you have to say. There's only one person out here who the WWE Universe wants to see, and that person is me! Oh my lord. He said, go back to the bingo halls, you jabroni. That no one wants to see you. That's fucking... what the hell? That just pissed at Hideo. Like, oh my god. When will you realize that every single word coming out of your mouth is nothing but a complete lie? Whoa. I've been around here long enough to know that you're never going to amount to anything in the WWE. As far as I'm concerned, you might as well give it up and retire because you're not even good enough to lace my boots. Oh my fucking Christ, Hideo. That Edge ain't shit. What in the hell? Are you really going to keep up with this crap? It's boring to me. It's boring to the WWE Universe. Hell, I bet you're even boring yourself. Whoa. Now shut up before I shut you up for good. Those are fighting words. This is the first episode of the new SmackDown, and this is what's happening. What the hell? Hideo, what do you have to say for yourself? How did you ever make it to the big time? This is WWE, and you can't say anything exciting. Whoa. Your moves are boring. The limited few that you actually use. You're a lame superstar. I can't think of a single match of yours that's really worth watching or rewatching. Well, wow. just discrediting Edge's entire career. I'm not sure if you're aware of what you've set in motion here. I was set to go on my way and let you wallow in your mediocrity. You had to poke the hornet's nest, didn't you? Keep it up and you'll get stung. That's a bit strange of Edge to say, considering he called out Hideo. I guess he didn't expect Hideo to bite back. What does Hideo have to say about this? Look, I hate to break it to you, but you know and I know that you're never really going to make it here. Oh. So why don't you just quit now and go do something you're actually good at, like flipping burgers? What the fuck? That Edge is a better fry cook than he is a wrestler. What the fuck? You can go on and on talking, but at this point, you're just delaying the inevitable. If you want to fight, then let's fight. I'm not a hard man to find, so anytime you want to get physical, all you have to do is say the words, and we can get it on. Oh, Edge trying to get it on. What the fuck, man? Edge is livid. What in the hell? These two are just throwing some serious insults at each other. I feel like I've wasted my time here. It's like talking to a brick wall, except the brick wall has a better personality. Tell you what though, me, I'm like a sledgehammer, and I'm gonna knock down some walls around here, starting with you. Oh. Hideo says he's gonna break down the walls. Just... These two setting some serious accusations at each other, some serious insults. My God, what does this mean for SmackDown? For two of our top guys in SmackDown. And in our next segment of the show, because we're having a match here tonight, our first matchup of the show after that. And very interesting confrontation between Edge and Hideo. We have the Man Beast, Master of the Gore. We have Rhino in action. Who will he be going up against? Here on SmackDown. Interesting to see Rhino go in action. It's been a while since we've seen him on television, like in general with wrestling. And his opponent, one of the cruiserweights here on SmackDown, Lince Dorado. Very interesting to see Lince going against Rhino. Bit of a clash of two pretty different styles. Rhino more of a brawler and Lince more of a luchador and a high flyer. Should be interesting to watch these two go at it. Lince formerly a member of the Lucha House Party. I think they have disbanded to go their separate ways in chase of titles rather than chasing a tag team title. Which, you know, more power to them. You know, sometimes people just prefer to go the singles route. No harm in that. See here. Oh, a triple threat. This is. The final member of this matchup, assuming that this is a triple threat and not anything else, is the show-off, residing in Hollywood, Florida, Dolph Ziggler. Now this is bound to be an interesting contest. Dolph known more for his hybrid style of kicking your ass and having a little bit of a glamour to what he does, even though he's kicking your ass. Lince known mostly for being a highlight reel with his high flying, and again, Rhino more of a brawler. This should be an interesting contest. You see, there's Rhino, there is Lince, and there is Dolph. Let's Go. Dolph immediately hitting a drop kick on Rhino, putting him down for the time being. Got a deep arm drag onto Lindsay. Just taking it to him. Rhino trying to come back with some offense, but Ziggler not allowing it. Oh shit! Just immediately with the... the X Factor. Oh, trips. And puts Dolph in a single leg Boston Crab. I don't think Rhino cares. He's like, there's no way Dolph's tapping this early on. Rhino charged forward. You can only assume he was going for that gore, but no, he just headbutts Dolph in the back of the head. Inverted fucking Rana. Jesus Lord, the match has only been started a couple minutes and Lindsay already dropping Rhino on his head. Showing off that luchador style, as I previously said. Dolph going for some type of snapmare. Lindsay hitting a big drop kick on Rhino. Kicking out the big leg, the big meaty legs of Rhino, and then kicking him right in the head. Dolph dragging Lindsay to the ropes, just flings him backwards, using the rebound of those ropes. It tosses Dolph over. Rhino recovering on the outside, taking a second to do so. Lindsay, what's this? Just drops him in the hardest part of the ring, right on the apron. Oh, a spin kick to the gut of Rhino. Elbows him in the face. Rhino sent off the ropes. Lindsay drops down. Super kick right to the chin. Staggers Rhino temporarily. Throws him into the corner. They climbing up, and a tornado DDT off the top rope. Or after springing off the top rope, chops out the leg, and a power slam on Dolph. Lindsay kicking ass and cleaning house here. Oh, hits a knee to the head though. Rhino finally getting some offense back in now. Tries for that gore in the corner, gets caught and dropped with a DDT. Rhino shoots Lindsay off. Goes again. Lindsay gets him right back in that headlock and clubs the back. Rhino finally getting something over on Lindsay, hitting a clothesline, but then Dolph takes him down with an inverted power slam. Fuck you, Rhino powerbomb from Rhino. Good lord. Spikes him on the back of his head. Puts Dolph down on the middle rope. Rebounds. And a big leg over the back of Dolph, choking him on the rope. Rhino gets sent off into the corner yet again by Lindsay. Ooh. I don't know what Lindsay was going for, but Rhino is just not allowing it. Big belly to belly, flips Lindsay over, goes for the pin. 1, 2, kick out at 2. Gore! Gore! That's the gore! Is that it? Is that all is that all Rhino needs? One gore right to Dolph as he gets up. Dolph Kiss says, fuck you, you're gonna have to hit me with more than just that. Because you're not gonna surprise me. Big knee to the head. Dolph going for some type of cutter, countered. Lindsay, big Rana. Jawbreaker on Lindsay. And a big clothesline. Dolph soaking in the admiration of the fans, whether negative or positive. That's what he does best. Lindsay stops him in his tracks and hits him with a Yoshi tonic. Lindsay's climbing to the top. He's gonna hit him with that shooting star. He tries it, but Jesus Christ, I don't know. I do not know, fans. Rhino flapjacks Dolph on the top rope. Lindsay on the apron. 1, 2. Dolph kicks out. Lindsay's waiting. No, I guess not. I guess he's just picking his spots. I thought he was going to springboard in. Lindsay wanted to hit something on Dolph, but Rhino interrupting it. Lindsay with an STO. Puts Rhino down casually. He's up to the top rope. And then shooting star, but Rhino gets the knees. Rhino got the knees up. Stopping Lindsay in midair. Again with that belly to belly. Will he go for the pinfall this time, or will he look over at Dolph? He looks over to Dolph. Ooh, went for the kick to the gut. Could have been going for the Rhino driver. Ziggler hits a DDT on Rhino. Rhino rolls out, collecting his breath, knowing he's got that gore ready for whoever wants it. Dolph goes for the pin on Lindsay, trying to take advantage. Nah, it took way too long. Lindsay was able to collect his whereabouts. Big elbows to the head from Dolph. Dolph with the big drop kick, misses. Maybe overshot it. Again, fuck your Rana powerbomb. Might not even be a Rana. Might be going for the Famouser, in all honesty. Lindsay tries to pin him off of that surprise powerbomb. 1, 2. Ooh, Ziggler kicks out and Rhino goes to break it up. Just in the nick of time. Big arm breaker. And the belly to belly again. Rhino goes for the pin. He's been trying to win off this belly to belly. I guess he's trying to save the gore and not waste any energy. And it works. Lindsay Dorado took way too much punishment, and Rhino picks up the victory. And you see, I'm assuming that was the first attempt at the Famouser, actually. You see, I don't even know what happened to Lindsay. I'm not gonna lie. Missed that shooting star by a mile. That was when Rhino got the knees up. And there was the second belly-to-belly hit on Lindsay. The second time Dolph missed the Famouser. There is Rhino, the man-beast. Loading in his victory. To the admiration of the fans here on SmackDown. Loving the former ECW champion and hardcore champion. Loving the legend that is Rhino. See what we have in store in our next contest.
I am in the top 1%.
And in our next contest, coming out our first participant. He is in the top 1%, and he is EC3. Normally we would have the Tron to say his name for us, but don't you worry, that'll be there next week's show. A few issues getting certain pieces of equipment sent to the show, but he's on social media lately, very vocal about how he is taking over, how this is his world. Someone being in the top 1%, he might just be his world. You never know, this man could probably afford an entire army. Rising star here on SmackDown, definitely main event caliber, definitely world title caliber. Looking forward to see maybe this guy competing for the Undisputed Championship. See who his opponents or opponent, you never know who they are tonight. Let's see. Really soaking in the entrance though. He's either singing along to his own theme song and his opponent. First, the gold standard, Shelton Benjamin. This man is another superstar on this show that is honestly a human highlight reel. He's had amazing moments in many different match types here in the WWE, especially Money in the Bank. Just the things he's done off of ladders. Had some very amazing, some insane moments in his career. Let's see if he can apply any of his athleticism for this matchup. And their opponent.
Can we please have quiet on the set?
Out of Hollywood, California. Don't be confused with Ziggler, even though they did come from the same area in Ohio. Out of Hollywood, California. The self-proclaimed A-lister. The self-proclaimed most must-see superstar. The man that, quite frankly, is very full of himself. And who can blame him? Dumb is. The superstars in this matchup, I'm beginning to think that this is some type of #1 contenders match, possibly for the US title. I would not be surprised. Of course, we do have a brand new United States Championship here on SmackDown that we will be unveiling once somebody wins it. Because right now, all championships are vacant and are waiting for 2 superstars to fight over, well, obviously, 2 superstars or more to fight over each individual title. Also, 4 superstars to fight over the tag team championships. Their opponent. Another legend. Another legend in the business outside of the WWE, outside of SmackDown. He is a psychopath. He is a certified madman. He is Eric Young. This man is not stable. I'm beginning to think this fatal 4-way contest is set up for #1 contendership for the United States title. I'm willing to put a bet on that. Pretty interesting to see what Eric Young can do here on SmackDown. Of course, had a great track record over in NXT and a track record over in TNA before, you know, rebranding and all that. This man's a former world champion. This man, former leader of his own faction, former member of Team Canada. This man knows his shit. He knows what he's doing. See how much of his knowledge he can apply in this contest against some pretty fierce competitors. This matchup's pretty stacked. And here is EC3. There's Shelton Benjamin, The Miz, Eric Young, and here we go. Oh, immediately Eric Young starting off with a heel kick. And Shelton just violently bashing his head off the ground, and The Miz immediately hitting the running knee. Of course, stolen from Daniel Bryan. And their illustrious feud that they've had over the years. Big clothesline from EC3. These men already hitting each other as hard as they possibly can, and the match just started. Northern Lights on the floor. Eric Young taking exception, I guess, to beating the crap out of Shelton Benjamin. It's a very sound strategy. Get one man incapacitated enough, and then you can work on the other 2. Shelton just drives him onto the steps. As EC3 holds Miz down with just one knee, the EC knee. Shelton trying to choke out Eric Young on the floor. Of course, it's not false count anywhere, but there are no disqualifications and there are no countouts. It's up to the referee if there are rope breaks. I have no knowledge of that. I mean the arm. Over his shoulder. Shelton lifting Eric up and then driving him down onto his knees like a butterfly lung blower combination. I'm going for the pinfall. The Miz focusing on EC3. The ref not counting. What the fuck, ref? That is dirty, dirty referee right there. Just not counting the pinfall for Shelton. And the Miz hit the jawbreaker. Similar to Shelton's pay dirt, actually. As EC3 just drives Eric Young down onto his face off of his shoulders. Electric chair drop. Ethan holding Miz in a headlock. Doesn't really get anything out of it. Miz, anyone can do a Russian leg sweep, including the Miz. Counters the kick to the gut. Kick to the knee. And the little DDT. Right onto Eric's bald head. Miz goading Eric up. Trips him. Going for the figure four. I thought he was going to go for the skull crushing finale. No, he goes for the figure four. EC3 not paying attention. Will Eric Young tap out here? Or will he escape? Eric Young rolling over. Reversing the pressure. Will Miz tap out here? Will he escape? Miz drags his leg out of that predicament. Ooh, big punch to the head. Young throwing Miz out of the ring. And then goading EC3 to come on over. As EC3, I think he's applying if the referee would get out of the way. The Rings of Saturn. To Shelton. Shelton counters it. Again, very odd. It's a sound strategy, but also not that sound of a strategy to incapacitate your opponent with a submission outside the ring, because if they tap, you don't win. But if they pass out, one less person to deal with, so it's a trade-off there. Miz going for a Boston Crab here on the outside, trying to apply again as much damage as he can to EC3. Counter slips him over. Eric Young sent back into the ring by Shelton. Big super kick from Shelton. Ooh, eats a shoulder tackle. Little AA to Miz to counter that little DDT that he would have gone for. Another arm wringer, flips him over, drops the leg. Young climbing to the top rope as EC3 goats in for his finish. Eric Young hitting the big elbow. EC3 at the knee. Into the EC3 KO. I know that's weird, but that's what he calls it. Goes for the pinfall. Or is it the TK3? I'll have to confirm that later. Shelton broke that up in the as fast as he could, so he didn't have to worry. Midway Northern Lights. Now he's going for that pay dirt. And he hits it. Flush. Oh, the power. 1, 2. Oh, EC3 kicks out just before 3. Ooh, counters. Kick to the head. EC3 was going for something. Miz interrupted it, and he is not happy. Wiping some sweat off his chest in the most dramatic way possible. Big clothesline. Followed by another. Ducks the line. Runs the rope. And another clothesline. Hammering away at Eric Young while, again, Shelton and Miz beating the crap out of each other. And the 1%er! He hits him with the 1%er. Is that enough? Will that be all? Eric Young senses EC3 bending over and then hits him with a jawbreaker, countering, I'm assuming, the pinfall attempt. Big backbreaker onto Ethan. Eric gonna go to the top rope again. No, whatever he wanted, not happening. Countered by Ethan. Yep. Again, 1%er. Oh, whatever he's going for there, countered again. He's been back and forth. Big old forearm. Oh, Jesus. Shelton just thrown and then lands. Oh, Jesus. Thrown into the turnbuckle post, spins out, and then collides head to head with EC3. Just brutal collision. Could very well cause a concussion. Someone's gonna have to check on Shelton after this. He gets slammed into the barricade, or not the barricade, the apron immediately after that collision. Good lord. So Miz thrown into the ring as well. Now EC3 coming in and going over to the corner. I think he's going up for that knee strike, but he's just ignoring Eric Young. Very bad idea to ignore someone like Eric Young. TK3 or EC3 KO, whichever one he prefers me to say. He'll tell me after the match. Miz immediately breaks it up like he has eyes on the back of his head, and Shelton kicks Ethan right in the back of his head for his troubles. Super kick. Went for the skull crushing finale to no avail. Young going for something to no avail. Breaking up that backdrop driver. Breaking up the exploder. Miz keeling over from the damage he's taken. Takes a stomp after Miz reverses it. Eric Young goes for something to no avail though. Miz slams his head onto the mat. Ethan jumping over there, get there as fast as he can. Stop whatever Eric Young was going for. Throws him out of the ring. Shelton with the rock bottom bookend of sorts. Whatever you want to call it, he hit it. Picks up Miz and power bombs him down after the counter to the kick. Shelton soaking in the energy from the crowd. Walking over and goes to punch Miz. Miz says, "Fuck you and your punches." Takes him in the gut. Went for like a ravishing neckbreaker, shades of Rick Rude, but gets countered. Counters wherever Shelton's going for it. These men, again, evenly matched as usual. Seems to be that everyone here on SmackDown is very versed in each other's moves. Pay dirt hit while Ethan isn't paying attention. Ethan taking a breather for a second. I don't think he realizes the pinfall. Now he does. Only a one count. Punch to the head. Over that TK3. To no avail. Eats a Scorpion Death Drop for his troubles and rolls away, knowing full well the damage that move can do, having fought Sting in the past. The neck crank on Miz. Throwing him down. Trying to make him as uncomfortable as possible. Just to pick him up. Miz kicks him off. Oh. Eats a clothesline for his trouble, going for that kick. Young going for a neck breaker. Connects. Shelton countering Young. Run up. Pay dirt. EC3 not looking. Ref's counting. 1, 2, 3. EC3's not paying attention. He's a vendetta against Miz. Suicide dive right at the end of the right before we cut to replays. He was Miz's first attempt at ending this match with the figure 4. That did not work out. Shutting through a massive super kick at one point. It was one of the many one percenters that EC3 hit. Here's Shelton, very well could be the #1 contender. Or one of the two #1 contenders, because, you know, it's vacant. For the United States Championship going forward. Maybe next week we'll find out his opponent. Or we can get a U.S. title match at the pay-per-view. Let's see how that goes. Say yeah, indeed. Our next contest is going to be a tag team match. And the first team in that matchup out of, I'm assuming the two, unless it's a triple threat tag match and nobody told me. But as far as I know, this is a regular tag team matchup. And the first two men to enter, the first team out of the two in this matchup is Dash and Dawson. The Revival. They keep it dirty, they keep it gritty. And they say yeah. And they kick ass. No flips, just fists. Two very hard-hitting individuals. Their eyes locked on the tag team championship. And their opponents. They are the longest reigning, if my memory serves me correctly, the longest reigning NXT Tag Team Champions in the history of that brand. It's Connor and Victor, the Ascension. Two very formidable opponents, two very hard-hitting individuals. Very rough style. Will they hold gold yet again? We shall see. I would not want to have to be between these two before they hit the fall of man. That brutal variation of the total elimination. Smacking Connor or Victor, telling him to get up, get this on. Scott Dawson starting it off, Connor starting it off. Let's go. Both men just charging into each other. Connor, the obviously bigger individual, takes the advantage, and there's a vicious clothesline from Dawson. This is going to be a very, very hard-hitting matchup. Both these teams not about anything fancy, just about beating the crap out of whoever they're up against. So this should be a very, very tough match. Very violent. Dawson immediately soaking in the love of the crowd. Doing some damage to the arm there. Double leg takedown from Connor, who tags in Victor. Tags in Victor. Victor comes in, just a big, rough backbreaker out of that Cobra clutch hold. Dawson not taking it though, putting Victor down as well. Follows up with a big leg drop. Cranking the neck, adding as much pain and discomfort. It's not even about the submission in that sense. It's just trying to make it as uncomfortable and unhappy as possible. Throw him off. For a big suplex. Victor counters. Knee to the head. Ooh, the kitchen sink right to the gut. Toss over to the corner. Big uppercut. Jesus, Victor with the massive uppercut to Dawson. Dropping that elbow down on his face. The Ascension getting the upper hand now after... No, I spoke way too soon. Dawson getting right out of that Samoan drop position and just laying in the punches. Dawson showing... Oh, Jesus! I could break a man's leg clean in half. Connor cheering on Victor, telling him, come on, get up, don't get pinned that easy. And it works. Throwing some shots to the gut of Dawson. To the corner. Not allowing whatever Victor was going for, just dropping him on his knee. Ooh, just a big backbreaker yet again. Dawson doing everything in his power to show Victor. And he means business with the Ascension gaining the advantage for a second, and then Dawson takes it right back with a Scorpion Death Drop. Just not allowing the Ascension to get in much offense. Just not happening. Big clothesline. Opts to not go for any double team offense. Dawson just one-man wrecking crew here. Picks up the big man and rolls through. The big, I want to say Green Bay plunge, but not off the top. Rolling Thunder. But, no, not Rolling Thunder. That's not it. You know what I mean. Clothesline over the top rope. Connor's had enough. Follows him out right next to Wilder. I think Wilder's going to respect the rules of this tag match and not get involved for the time being. But Dawson's just not allowing much offense. Just has the upper hand over the Ascension at every turn, both members. Very interesting. Heading back into the ring. Running it again with that chop block. Again, could very well break the leg The opponent isn't even a little prepared. Connor just tries to body check Dawson, but Dawson gets the advantage. And another big clothesline. Dawson again opting to not go for many tag team moves. Victor gets the tag. Runs through Dawson with a running knee. Dawson shoots back up. And a kitchen sink. Oh, went for another kitchen sink. Dawson read him like a book. Victor counters. Clotheslines him over the top. Victor cleaning house. Climbs up to the top rope. I didn't think I'd see much flying in this matchup. You're showing a different side of him. Going for a big... Oh, no. Not too flashy. Just drops a big bionic elbow off the top. Throwing Dawson towards our resident ring announcer and our round keeper. Or not ring announcer. Our resident bell keeper and our round scorecard keeper if we ever have a multi-round matchup. Elbow to the side of the head. I don't know why she's there. I don't know. Trips. Victor now just going for the submission. 6 count. These 2 men get counted out. I really hope not. 7. Victor better get in the ring. 8. I'm waiting for the 8. 8. 9. Dawson, cheeky as ever, throws Victor off the turnbuckle post and with ease beats him with count out. Via count out. You know, the Revival didn't even have to put in... He didn't even tag in Wilder. The entire match, just the upper hand was to Dawson. A few moments as shown where the Ascension had the upper hand, but it was only very brief. This was the Dragon Screw that led on the same knee, might I add, that Dawson just chopped out from under Victor. There was the bink off the turnbuckle post by Dawson, sprinting into the ring to not get counted out and opting to win via count out. Revival winning in a very dastardly fashion. No relative effort either. Soaking in that victory. And our next contest. Oh, he's got something to say.
Ladies and gentlemen, WWE presents from Chicago, Illinois.
And this guy doing his own intro, I don't even have to do it.
The Maestro of Mayhem. The Picasso of Pain. The Rembrandt of Rage. The Drama King. Right here in WW.
Ooh, he's the librarian. Is that a sign? Some amazing singing, some interesting claims that he is the drama king. At least now we know. If this is a normal thing, this guy's gonna ruffle a lot of feathers if he does that every single time. But hey, man, he can back up his claims, I'll tell you that much. And His opponents first. Back to dominate is right. Bobby Lashley. Look at this fucking guy. Chat. Fans. Show me your favorite pose. This man just built like a tank. Former Bellator fighter. Former world champion in multiple other brands. The only man to ever break out of the master lock. A force to be reckoned with. And the opponent, the final opponent. Oh my, speaking of a tank. There isn't anybody tankier than this guy. Former bodybuilder, former world champion in his own right. This man's massive. This man will run right through you, flip your car over, flip over the ambulance that you're being carted out in, and just beat the shit out of you. Braun Strowman, good lord. Aiden English is fighting a very, very, very uphill battle. Oh my goodness. What in the hell is going to happen in this matchup to poor Aiden English, who is stuck between Bobby Lashley and Braun Strowman? There we have Aiden English, Bobby Lashley, Braun Strowman revving up his tank engine that he has. Those two immediately going for each other. Aiden English not much shorter than Lashley or Strowman. Well, not much shorter than Strowman. Is about the same height, if not a little bit taller than Lashley, actually, if I look at it. And roughly the same height. So he's not no slouch in the size factor, just not the same in how much he's built. He may have to rely on some speed here, as Braun's already muscling him over and just punching him in the side of the head. He could very well be out from just that. Big clothesline. Braun's like, fuck you, you're not clotheslining me. Actually, just, oh, fucking backbreaker out of the torture rack. Braun taking down Lashley with just one simple headbutt. Lashley thrown, Jesus, thrown like he weighs 0 pounds, just like he is weightless, thrown across the ring. English just throwing a very large uppercut. Braun doing what Lashley did at the start of the match and just sitting back and watching the other two fight. Braun trucks into Lashley, knocks him into the corner. Oh my. Oh, Lashley not letting Braun do whatever Lashley was going for. Braun just ate it and knocked him over. He said, get that shit out of here. Lashley taking a chance to soak in the energy from the crowd while Braun stands on the stomach of Aiden English and then gets taken down by Lashley. I guess Braun figured Lashley wasn't a factor, but Lashley showed him otherwise. Super kick to the stomach. Arm drags him over. Goes Lashley over the top. Braun follows suit. Again, no countouts, no disqualifications, but I do not know about the rules of the rope break. That is up to the referee's discretion. Braun thrown into the corner. English misses the hip bump. That clothesline to no avail. It's the second time, but that clothesline works. Caught both men with it. Ran through both of them. Braun another shoulder tackle to Lashley. Picks him up. This is the finish. Is this it? Just a power slam. This matchup is false count anywhere, as I've been informed. Every attempt Aiden English has done to knock Braun Strowman down, it has not worked, but Braun just effortlessly runs through him. Aiden dropped on his back onto Lashley, actually. Lashley's out of it, and oh god, Braun lands on Lashley as well. Good lord, Lashley just attempting to get to his feet to get out of the way. Ooh, surfboard stretch into the curb stomp. A mini curb stomp from English. Lashley gets up and immediately hits a clothesline into the corner. Comes off Braun. Picking up Braun, and my god, Braun is no light individual, as you can see, and Lashley just effortlessly holding him in the air, dropping him down with that vertical suplex. Uppercut, all by a few elbows. And English using that speed, like I said, he might have to. That was an elbow. Oh, went for the finish. I would assume there. Shoulder tackle. Aiden English not able to get too much offense. Rock bottom from Braun. Uranagi only gets a 1 count off of it. Ain't getting. There are only a couple men that are gonna get a pinfall off of a Uranagi, and I'm assuming that Braun is not one of them. Lashley not allowing whatever Braun was gonna get hit with, and proving that yes, anyone can do a Russian leg sweep. Even Bobby Lashley. Jesus! Aiden English German suplex from the middle rope onto Braun. Lashley just going for the victory here. That could very well do it. I would not be surprised. Only a 2 count. Hits him with a punch to the gut. Ooh, runs through him with an axe handle. Braun. Him in a headlock. And a shin breaker. Counts 1, 2. Oh. On throwing Lashley yet again. See the agony on Lashley's face, but that does not stop him from tripping Braun on the way up. Just taking a second to breathe. Gets tripped by Braun. Turnabout's fair play. Braun says, come on, get up. Lashley obliges, and Braun, staring him down, just punches him right in the face. Again, this match falls count anywhere. Braun Strowman could very well win this right here, while Aiden English gloats to the crowd, who definitely does not like it very much. Reverse chokeslam from Braun. Braun going for the pinfall. Aiden English attempting to break it up, but just missing multiple times. All out of sorts. Braun Strowman picks up the victory tonight. Here you see Braun's first attempt at victory with the power slam. Braun just brushing off multiple strikes from English and not allowing that pin to be broken up at all. That was another attempt at victory for Braun to no avail. Massive German suplex off the top ropes to Aiden English, landing him onto Braun. Very well could have caused some damage to the head. Oh, Lord, the power. I would love for the power to stop doing that. Braun soaking in his victory could be one step closer to winning the Undisputed or United States Championship. I would assume that Braun's sights are set on the Undisputed title, though. Either way, this man is a force to be reckoned with. The first man here in our next contest, the leader of the Yes Movement, as you can see as he cheers it the whole way down the ramp, as the crowd cheers in unison, Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan, no stranger to big time matches. Here tonight in a multi-man matchup. Gotta believe that him and the Yes Movement have their sights set. On one of the major championships here on SmackDown. I wanted to let that Yes chant go a bit before I interrupted them or anything. These fans love Daniel Bryan. And he loves them, and that is an amazing thing. And his opponent. First. He's been known as many things. Some know him as a former champion. Others as the master of the Claymore kick. Others as the Scottish psychopath of the Chosen One. He is Drew McIntyre. And oh my God, this could very well be a matchup to see who will compete first for the WWE Undisputed Championship here on SmackDown. Seeing as the first two competitors are Drew McIntyre and Daniel Bryan, I would not bat an eye at any that this match holds future champions. Stacked show tonight. It's a very hard-hitting matchup, some title implications. Very hard-hitting individuals. Now we have Daniel Bryan and Drew McIntyre. And then another one of their opponents. Oh my goodness. Just as I said, hard-hitting. This man is as hard-hitting as it gets. Former world champion in his own right, Aleister Black. This man will kick your head off, and you will. And no one knows when it will land. That black mass that he throws can come from quite literally out of nowhere. He can hit it at any moment he likes, and you will have nothing to say about it. Few men are as calm and collected, but as violent and vicious at the same time as Aleister Black. Aleister Black's mission, plain and simple. Come in and make all of his opponents fade to black. And boy, I would not want to be across the ring from him. Jesus. Final man in this matchup? No, just a triple threat match. Here I was sitting thinking it was a fatal four-way, but it's the second triple threat match of the night. And here we go. Daniel Bryan immediately runs into Aleister. It seems to be a trend in these matchups where people are standing, they immediately run across the ring at their opponent. Daniel Bryan with the flying elbow, almost hitting that flying knee that he loves to throw. Jesus! I mean, Dragon Suplex right on Aleister's head, and this matchup has only just begun. Big shoulder tackle. And Dragon Screw. Black. What a kick, something he's very much known for, some brutal kicks. Very fluid offense. Drew just waiting in the corner while Alistair hits one of his variations of what he calls the blackout, which are various striking combinations he uses throughout his matchups. That was one of the variations that he uses. Drew throwing Alistair across the ring. Alistair sweeping the leg. Goes to kick Daniel Bryan in the corner, but Daniel Bryan counters it and puts him into a deep single leg Boston Crab. I'm assuming that was broken up via rope breaks. So this matchup, while being no count out, no disqualification, there is rope breaks involved. Referee's discretion. That was a rope break. Bryan taken down by Black. Oh, bicycle knee strike right to Drew McIntyre as he enters the ring. Just not giving a second to breathe or get any offense in. Another big suplex by Black, almost a brainbuster. Punt slams down the knee, does Bryan, and here comes the yes kicks as the crowd chants along. Yes, 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 and oh, Jesus Christ. Drew McIntyre says, fuck your kicks, and runs through Daniel Bryan and Aleister Black with a vicious clothesline. Runs into a shoulder check Bryan off the apron. Bryan catches him with a Gamengiri. Throws Drew off the ropes. Goes for a knee to the gut. Countered by Drew. Drew went for the Glasgow kiss. Countered by Bryan. Thrown into the corner. Big drop kick. Bryan runs in again. Another drop kick. Black in the ring slaps the shit out of Daniel Bryan. Goes for the drop kick. Black counters it, says no, and then slaps the shit out of him. Flying elbow. Bryan throwing Black into the corner, and Bryan going again for the multiple drop kicks. One, and then there is two. Black falls. Bryan going for the pinfall here. And Bryan went off of the drop kicks. One, not even, but barely a one count. Bryan has Aleister's arm trapped, but Aleister's fighting to stand back up. Big forearm. Jesus! A big boot right to the head from McIntyre, who clotheslines Black down and goes for the pin. One. No. 1.5. On Black. Drew. Oh, this could be all. This could be all she wrote. Drew McIntyre setting up with a Claymore. He hits him with the Claymore. Is that it? Ropes. Aleister Black's arm on the rope when the referee went to count the pin. Referee called it and stopped it. That could have very well been the end of this matchup. Daniel Bryan dropped down on his arm with that back suplex. Hammerlock combination. McIntyre picking up Bryan. Throwing him out of the ring. Dropped like a sack of shit onto the mats below. McIntyre goading Bryan to get back up and then chases after him. Says, you know what? Black's still laid out in the ring. Glasgow kiss to the head. Knocks him into the corner. Black counters with the boot. And a Saito suplex of sorts. Dragging into the center. Black stepping on the head of McIntyre. Picking him up with his boot. And the Black Mass. That Daniel Bryan's right behind him, though. Not allowing him to pin off of it. Germans him onto his head. 1, 2. Black kicks out. Will Bryan try to capitalize on... No, he does not try to capitalize on the Black Mass. Puts him in the deep heel hook. Black immediately kicks him in the head. McIntyre goes for a clothesline. Countered into a spin kick. Oh, the Glasgow kiss. Oh, Bryan runs into McIntyre. McIntyre just brushes him off and then eats one of the blackout combinations. I think that might have caught McIntyre open, as you can see. A little bit of red pooling on the forehead. Black sits and goats him up. Runs into the corner. Yeah, dropped it to the back of the head or something. What's he going for? Exactly what I thought, but McIntyre must have heard me and countered it. And that goes for a back suplex. Black clotheslines him. Clotheslines him again. Catches the foot. Spins out. Going for the admiration. Goading in the admiration of the fans, but gets caught coming in with the label lock or the yes lock, whichever one you want to call it. Variation of the crossface. Black taps out immediately. And Daniel Bryan picks up the victory in a very hectic matchup as the crowd chants yes with him. Oh my goodness. You see the first attempt at the yes kicks. You see Drew just barreling through both men. It was the Claymore kick that I believe would have ended this match if not for the rope break. And Black hit the black mass on McIntyre as a receipt for that Claymore. And immediately after, Bryan almost wins off of a German suplex and with bridge. Immediately as Black starts to mount some offense on McIntyre, Daniel Bryan puts him in the yes lock. He taps out immediately. And here come the yes chants. Daniel Bryan could very well be one of the two men that will fight for the Undisputed Championship at the next pay-per-view. Oh, what a match that will be. Our next contest is a tag team matchup scheduled for one fall. And coming in first, they're Jimmy and Jay. They are the Usos. They are what some would consider one of the best teams in the world currently wrestling. And damn it, they prove that on a constant basis. See, they even have custom sneakers with Uso on the back of them. These two are about their shit. They're who we fighting. Their opponent's coming out shortly. They won shit. Their opponents were another one of the best tag teams that people love and admire for their history with tag team wrestling. The Outsiders, Hall and Nash, two men known for their singles careers and also known for their time in the NWO. They are the Outsiders. It'll be an interesting contest to have two guys the size of Hall and Nash take on two dudes with the sheer the tenacity and the fight that the Usos bring to the table. Nash showing off, and Scott Hall also showing off that toothpick in his mouth, trademark. Scott Hall showing off that too sweet. Some may know them as haulin' ass, because damn it, they'll be hauling some ass. Usos, Outsiders, tornado tag team matchup. Clubbing him down. Uso trucked over by Hall. Nash with a vicious right hand. And Hall follows suit with the same right hand. Big flapjack onto the top rope as Hall gets taken down by a spinning forearm. Big shoulder check. Another spinning forearm. And another spinning forearm. These Usos, man, they're throwing, Jimmy and Jay just throwing these corkscrew forearms like they're nothing. Taken down with the clothesline while Hall gets hit with a stomp onto his leg and pushes so off of him. Shoulder check. Both Hall and Nash picking up each Uso. Hall does not get the upper hand, but Nash does. Nash follows outside the ring. As Hall's sent out on the other side. Nash goes for a neck breaker, but is countered. Big gut buster. Picks up Nash. Hall throwing one of the Usos over. They flop over on their back. Nash, big elbow shots to the gut. Nash also throwing one of the Usos over. Ooh, big dragon screw onto Nash as Hall has the advantage on the opposite side of the ring. Side area. Big punch to the gut. Nash with a ninja roll. Lucha Nash, what the fuck? I want to say Jay Uso is over fighting Hall, and Nash is fighting with Jimmy. Jimmy drops the elbow onto Nash's neck. It's in the ring. Big flip. This could be the Tequila Sunrise. The Usos adapted this during a tag team title tournament a long while back, and that's actually how they won the tag titles when they first showed the world how good of a team they were. But to no avail. Ooh, Hall forehead bashed off the turnbuckle post, which we saw exactly what that could do to somebody earlier when the Ascension lost via countout due to getting thrown off the turnbuckle post earlier tonight. But this matchup, again, no countouts. Big super kick. Will Hall be able to save his fallen teammate in time? But he was not, but Nash kicked out anyway. Down into the ring, and so off the top with an elbow to no avail. Oh, Razor's Edge. Hall with the Outsider's Edge. Sorry, the Outsider's Edge. I forget. He calls that the Outsider's Edge because, you know, he's in the Outsiders. The pinfall. I want to say Jimmy is distracted with Nash. Does not work out. Jimmy kicks out. I gotta keep confusing the Usos because, damn it, they're twins, and the only difference is one isn't wearing a shirt right now. Correct me if I am wrong. Nash misses the punch, hits a kick to the gut. Oh, just boots him right in the head. Up and over. One up is Jimmy. Will he hit the Uso splash, or is he's worried about his brother, but I don't think he wants to jump on him. Okay. Jimmy says forget it, opts for the elbow. Ooh, Jay countered off that super kick. Counters the, I'm assuming, a power slam attempt with he points at Jay as he jumps off the top for the Uso splash, as if to say, I will get you for that. 1, 2, 3. I don't know about that 3 count, but it's the referee's discretion, and the Usos pick up a big victory over the Outsiders. Jimmy and Jay getting an upset, some would say. Very, very close finish here tonight on SmackDown. And we will see you next week.